right, so we're interrupting this stockcast because we've been talking a lot recently with Jake, who's actually behind the camera now, rather than fronting off top mounts for power beams. This episode, or maybe a different episode, I'm not sure which episode this is in, we also would have covered like the spider bite stings and the venoms and stuff like that as well. We're going to talk something a bit more traditional in terms of remote mounted spotlights. Now, we've thrown this one up on a power strut, and these power struts just go into your window. This is your weekend warrior type thing, not your permanent solution.
Yep.
Okay. And I've got Nico here because Nico is actually one of our installation guys, because if you've got an existing, spotlight handle, we can actually retrofit the rest of what we're about to talk about. And we're going to talk about specifically these wild game innovation brackets and why as a wraparound bracket, these are unreal. So, Nico, tell me, man, I'm going to tell what I love, but you tell me what you love about these brackets, man, because there's a few things I love, but you tell me what you love first.
I love the functionality of them. You've got a bracket that'll sit discreet behind the light, power built in, the magic inverter box.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, but that is unreal for being able to use your thermals on top of your spotlights.
Yeah. The thing I love about this unit as well, and I don't know if I've done drawings on this or not. I may have done some drawings and I may not have, but anyway, we'll talk about it, is having this, the thermal actually mounted to the top of the spotlight. Now this is on a quick detach system, and this is the Wild 650L, so it's perfect for that Wi-Fi, which is what we love. So outside of having power wired in, there's no additional wiring in this, okay? But what I love about this is we've got some adjustment here, and we can actually align this thermal with the actual beam by pointing a little bit down.
Instead of having your beam off to the left and then your thermal shoot to the right.
Yeah. Yep, correct. Or, if you've got your thermal mounted down here out of a side bracket, or, as well, to align it, it's actually got to point up, and that introduces atmosphere, which overwhelms the sensor, and you get the picture is just compromising, and it gets washed out. It's so much more, what's the word? What's the word when it's affected by atmosphere? Now, if you don't know what we mean about atmosphere, jump on one of our other stock casts where we actually explain how atmosphere interferes with thermal, okay? So when it's mounted below the spotlight, and to get that, if you think about zeroing your rifle, your scope's always on top, and it creates that cross intersection, what we call point blank range, okay? So it's much better for that, but it also brings your center of gravity down, because if you've got this mounted below this and this is up higher, you're going to introduce a hell of a lot more wind resistance. When these are mounted actually through the roof, it goes dunk, 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 so there's so much benefit to mounting. That's my favorite bit. Yeah,
you're not having an offset sort of single QD, dual QD that throws it on the side.
You got your little light switch here. As soon as you flick that on, the light and thermal are actually aligned properly. So where you're going to shoot, if you're shooting under spotlight, this is the best setup to do it in terms of fixed brackets and so on.
And from running a handle all night and holding onto it, having it aligned and not off center or heavy, it just reduces the fatigue too.
100%.
Yeah, your arm gets pretty tired by the end of the night if you're trying to move all that weight around.
Yeah, especially for shooters are out 7-8 hours, type thing as well. The fatigue factor is huge. Tell us about the inverter though. You're talking about the power, because this is one of the cool features in this.
Yeah, so the inverter there will charge your thermal device as well, but it won't charge it when your spotlight's on. So we're only running the spotlight for 10 seconds at a time to either quickly spot something or to see what we've hit. And the rest of the time it's going to be charging your thermal device.
Yeah, which is unreal, because there's, again, no additional wiring. There's no battery packs, there's no plates on here.
No power bank.
No power banks. Yep. Once this is actually hardwired in, like your power, that's it.
Yep.
No more cables.
We've come up with a few different options for wiring the power. We sort of tossed up the idea of running it through the cab and having an Anderson plug-in under the dash. You can run it to, ring connectors off your battery if you like, but that becomes a bit of a pain. So
certainly for this power strut version, because you aren't going to drive down the road with this running. This is for when you're in the paddock, not for bolting down the road.
No,
right? No. Because this, I wouldn't want to lose that, and it's a bit cold. But you could run an Ando plug even tucked in under here.
Yep.
Just quick detach, you can pull the whole system back inside.
And we'll be able to do all of that.
Yeah, we'll do all of that for you. So, that's a wild game innovation bracket. Now, these are made specifically for different type of lights.
Yes.
We keep a lot of power beam ones because we do a lot of these power beam 9-inch lights. They're absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that's kind of about it.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on that?
No, not really. Really easy to mount. Bolt at the bottom, couple of spring connectors at the top,
Yeah.
a few adjustment points. You can adjust, you know, your thermal
I love this, how this is actually adjustable for
for your tilt up down.
yeah, you're correct. Yeah, your elevation, just about to line that beam up perfectly. Now, there's two things we've done here. Now, this is a quick detach plate on here. So it's got these bolts on each side and this whole plate just quickly comes off, okay? Simple as. What we've actually done is put another piece in here. I don't know if you can get that, Jake, which is the Smart Rest quick detach. Jake's a little short. The reason we've put that there is because once you've aligned your actual elevation out of this, you can just quickly take the thermal on and off. You don't need to then realign this plate every single time. So we've actually done that ourselves just out of field use. We found it's better to do it like that than just have than have this bolted directly to the plate, because otherwise you've got to realign it every time you take it on or off.
Yeah, and then you're up there fiddling around with screws in and out and up and down. And now we like a throw lever. Yeah. Nice, quick, easy detach.
So there it is. Nice. Awesome. And Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi every day.
Yeah.
You know, because if you are driving and you want less wind resistance, you can flick it like that and you're not ripping cables out everywhere. It's hardwiring is, to me, so backwards.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's the past.
It's the past. Let's stay in the present. Anyway, there it is, guys. A little bit of brief on the Wild Game Innovations. Nico, thanks for chatting to us.
Oh, it's good fun to be on without my helmet.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has.
And yeah, no, if you're looking for an installation of these and you're local to us, come on down, because we can do this whole setup and get it running up and running for you. All right, we'll get back to the stock cast, or this might just be a YouTube excerpt anyway. Who knows? But it's one or the other.
See what happens.
Yeah.